Yo, Lee. I think we got another one.
Come on.
Sing it.
Thought you should know that I will never ever go away. So you'll never have to worry. As long as I care for the sparrows in the sky. Seem today that I'm so far away from you. You never have to fall, 'cause I'm right here before you call my name. And I'll come running to heal you, feel you, take you by the hand, and I'll show you the way to where you should know that I would never ever go away. As long as I care for the sparrows in the sky. Forget your yesterday for when this night to brand new day gives way. Your breath renewed, a ray of sun reminds you it's okay. You'll never be alone if you feel me, hear me, take me into your heart, and we'll never ever have to part. Thought you should know that I would never ever go away. Sparrows in the sky. Never have to worry about a thing. Don't have to worry, you will. Never have to worry about a thing. Don't have to worry about a thing. Thought you should know that I would never ever go. So you'll never have to worry. As long as for the sparrows in the sky. Oh yeah, don't worry. Said I never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. So you'll never have to worry. Consider the lilies, how they grow. Whatever you need, your Father knows. Oh, come on, let me say. You know you never have to worry. I will always be there. Oh yeah. Said you will never have to worry. You will never have to worry. Oh, yes. Just between you and me, this is nice. There's no tricks. Ooh, this love is just between you. This is nothing. Ooh, there's no tricks. This love is just what do I have to do to let you know? Should I make your flowers grow? Should I make it rain or snow? Yeah. So many things I've done just for you. Forest green and ocean blue, just to show my love is true. Just between you and me, this is nice. There's no trace. This love is so real, just between. This is
Welcome back to Ask John and April Live, where you ask, we answer. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. That's it, baby.
I hope you guys are here and enjoying and are live with us. So we're excited that you guys joined us again. This is our 7th. I don't know how many times it's been. Maybe 8. It's been flying by, though. I don't know. I'm going to go back and count them.
Yeah, we need to count. We need to count.
It's been fun. We've been enjoying ourselves. Look forward to Wednesday every time. This Wednesday was a little bit different because it started off so bad with funeral of one of our friends. It was very difficult.
Yeah, that was a tough funeral to watch.
So we had to kind of get ourselves in the mood to be able to do this tonight. And hopefully this is going to bring some smiles to you. We like to laugh on this show. We like to have fun. We like to bring joy. And we're hoping that, you know, if you're not enjoying your relationship, that at least for an hour you enjoy it with us.
Yes.
That's the plan. That's the whole reason why we do this.
That is the hope. Yeah.
So if you're new to our show and you've never been to Ask John and April Live before, you can feel free to tell us where you are joining us from so that we will know where you're coming from and we can shout you out. We're excited to see you again as usual. And we want to make sure that everything is working right. Let me see. I did something different tonight for the first time. I think it's okay. Looks like it. All right, good. But for some reason, I'm not seeing any comments.
Yeah, we're seeing them on there, but
they're there, but not here.
Our side. So.
Oh, look at this. Comments and reactions not available when using a stream key. That's a problem.
Oh, that's a big problem.
Wow.
Okay. Well, you're going to have to look over there.
So for the first time, we use something new in order to make it so that what I schedule will actually come up. So now we need to just look at the comments here. The problem is, this isn't where all the comments are. Now, what about over here? Let me put one over here, too.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're logged into your Facebook over here. But anyway, Aunt Mo's on here talking about she thought she'd come back to make sure we're still on track. Aunt Mo, we're trying to stay on track, and hopefully we're making you proud with everything that we're trying to do with this thing. Let me see what happens if I refresh that. Will the stuff come in right? See,
okay, hey Horace, we see you
we see
there.
You now.
Okay.
But man, this is whack, man. You know what? Every week is something
There's
new.
Always something.
Goodness. Last week we tried to show the comments on the thing and it wasn't coming up right.
Y'all, we dealt with my mic not working for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, we were fooling around with the mic all before this whole thing started, man.
That's all right. That is okay. We are still going to have our conversation.
I want to see if I can show the YouTube comments over here somehow because those funnel through as well. And in this case, I don't think we can do it. Let me see. Aunt Mo says she's exceedingly proud. That's nice. Well, that's good.
Aunt Mo.
We're making you proud. We're trying our best, man. Let me see what happens if I go to this actual live video here. Will it show me the comments? What were you about to say, babe?
Well, I was just going to say that if you are watching and, you know some people, go ahead and share this with them.
Yeah.
And start a watch party.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And we can all talk together.
That's right.
And
tonight's subject is going to be a fun one, I think, or at least to us.
Yes.
it'll be good, I think, as we discuss what we're discussing tonight. I don't think I can.
Well, we'll just have to use that there. And oh, thank you, Madeline.
There's live chat right here. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Okay, learn more. No, I wanted you to just show me what people are saying. Well, anyway, maybe that'll come up right there, and we will see.
Hey, Renee. Renee Merchant is with us tonight. Welcome. Glad you are with us.
Yeah. Let me see what happens if I say something. Hey, everybody. I spelled that wrong, but it doesn't matter. All right. If that lets the comments come up, that will help us, but we will see. But every night that we do this, what we like most, if you're new to our show and you've never come to Ask John and April Live, we basically take comments the entire time. We react and respond to them. We'll talk about whatever it is we're talking about. We have a nightly question, a question that somebody asks us at some point, and we bring it here and we decide to use it as our springboard for the conversation. And so you'll see that in a second. But then usually you react to that thing. So we are in like a conversation. So we talk to each other for a few minutes and then we turn to the screen and we look at what people are saying. And we, that's why it's so important that we have these comments. So we'll just have to use this tonight and see what happens.
It'll work out.
Hopefully it doesn't handicap us too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But anyway, all right, let's go ahead and get to tonight's topic. Well, no, we should probably look at the poll first. So every week we do a poll, and the poll is based on the previous week's episode. And so we'll do the poll on Instagram. So let me just put that up here real quick. If you're not following us on Instagram yet, go ahead and do that. Jump on your Instagram right now and go ahead and follow us at Just John and April. That's the name of our Instagram handle, and there we actually do polls, and there's a lot of different stuff there. We sometimes go live on there. We do just different stuff, and so if you follow us there, that'll help you, I think. But the poll that was from last week basically had 3 questions. All right, question number 1: does your relationship lean more conventional, or this works for us? And you remember last week we talked about this idea of it's called domestic discipline. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
yeah.
so
hey,
there's
Kim.
Oh, Kim's on there. There's this couple. Akua's
Hey,
there too.
Akua.
Hey.
Ambry
so,
made it.
Ambry, good.
Look at her
Okay.
Team April
How you gonna be
already.
team over there? We haven't even got to that part yet.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Anyway, so last week we discussed this idea that there is this couple that does this thing called domestic discipline, where basically the husband is the dominant and the wife is the submissive. That's what they call each other. And if the wife gets out of line, she can be disciplined by her husband, including spanking
and timeout.
and writing lines.
And
so
writing
anyway,
lines,
if you
guys.
haven't seen that one, go back and watch it. It was good. We had a nice little interaction with our audience last week. So the question basically was, are there people that are doing things and saying this works for us, but it's just a way for them to excuse toxic behavior? That was kind of the idea. And so that's where this first question came from. Does your relationship lean more conventional, or this works for us? And we had 33% that said conventional and 67% that says this worked for us. Now, I hope they don't mean by that they're practicing domestic discipline.
I don't think so, but I think, people they have their ways,
Right.
and other people may look at it and say, why do you guys do that?
Right.
Or
And they're just
that's
saying this
not
works
the
for us,
right
what we
way,
do.
and it works for us. Yeah. So
that's cool.
I like that.
Yeah, I like it too. All right, now, the second question is it possible to have toxic behaviors in a happy relationship? 83% said yes, and 17% said no. I think the reason why people said that way, and which we kind of agree with, is it's kind of everybody has problems. Everybody's got issues. I don't know that it's necessarily okay or easy to have toxic things happening and you be happy. So I don't know. But
I don't know.
83%
I'm
people
in between there. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I mean, I think you
83%
can
of y'all
have-
said it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, David.
David who?
David Court.
David Court. What's up, man? Oh, man. And Paul's there, too. What's up, Paulie? Okay, so question 3. Do you struggle with doing socially acceptable punishments to your spouse? 63% said yes. 37% said no.
Wow.
Yeah. And
I was actually surprised at that one.
I
guess the question says, do you struggle with doing? Do you struggle with that? Oh, they said yes. Do
Yeah.
you struggle with? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And this question, if you didn't watch last week's episode, this has to do with this idea. We came to this conclusion at the end of the episode, basically, that said, we all sort of disagree with this idea that this husband should be, disciplining his wife by spanking her or making her go to timeout and stuff like that.
Right.
But
Every time I hear that, writing lines.
right, writing lines.
Timeout
But
makes me laugh.
we all said that we punish our spouse all the time in more
Right.
socially acceptable ways.
like silent treatment.
Yeah, or
you
making them
gotta
sleep
go
on the couch, something like that.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess people were honest about that. I'm
Yeah,
glad that they were. So anyway,
Okay.
that was fun last week. We like to bring those here because, we don't want the poll to be nothing. When you do your poll, we will start the show every time by looking at that.
That's right.
And that's your reaction and response. So we're glad we're able to do that. Now, let's get to tonight's topic.
Yes,
Tonight's
I
topic.
do want to shout out to Various from Durham, North Carolina.
That's right. Why is
Welcome.
Paul talking about I'm
I'm
into
in-
spankings? Now, Paul, we're not talking about that kind. And this is Paul Graham, not my brother Paul. Paul Graham talking about I'm into spankings. Paul, we weren't talking about those kinds of spankings, okay?
We hope we hope it's the right kind of spanking.
Yeah. We
not
know
the
your
wrong
kind is not
kind.
discipline.
No. Okay.
Actually,
He said-
I wouldn't be surprised if anyway. Whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is, that's not what we were talking about last week, Paul. Okay, so tonight's subject is very interesting. Tonight's topic really is around this idea of losing your sort of attraction to your spouse. And this question that we got, I think people will be surprised at how often we hear this kind of a variation of this question.
We hear this kind of question often.
Regularly.
And it actually, every time I hear it, I'm like, wow, this is real. But here's the question.
All right.
My husband recently told me that because of my weight gain, he is not as attracted to me as he used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I have been noticing that he doesn't seem to look at me the same way. It is now affecting our romance. I'm not sure how to take this. What should I do?
Yeah, that is a lot.
Every time I hear it, I'm just like, man,
Yeah,
it's deep.
It's deep. Okay, so I want to start this way. I want to start really by asking you a question, because I see something in this that she's revealing that makes me ask this question almost immediately. And I don't know if you other guys feel this way, because this may be a guy thing.
Mm-hmm.
The moment I hear her say that her husband told her that he's not as attracted to her because of her weight gain, I immediately wonder, did he do the right thing? should he have told her at all? And my question to you, babe, is April Nixon, April Vanetta Mendenhall Nixon, if I lost my attraction to you, would you want me to tell you straight up? Or would you rather I found some creative way to hint at it? Or would you rather I just not say anything at all?
Creative way to hint at it? Definitely not.
Why not that?
How can you hint at that? The only way you can hint at that is to be like, ugh. I mean, like, really, how can you do that, in a positive way?
And so you feel like that would hurt your feelings more? That makes you feel more
Yes, I mean, for me, if you did that and you just hinting,
okay.
I mean, I can't see that as anything good coming from that. I can't. I'm sorry. Oh, what up, Romaine?
Oh, Romaine's there. What's up, man? Okay, so I'm glad you like the show, by the way. We love you too, Romaine. Okay, so here's the thing. Which of those three do you want then? You just said you don't want me to hint at it. Would you rather I not say anything at all?
To be honest with you, I think that I would not want to hear it. No, I would not want you telling me that. Of course not. What person would want to hear that?
Right.
But I would rather know than you fake or pretend and it's really not what you feel for real.
Okay,
so actually,
okay.
I would want you to be honest.
You would.
So I think it's good that he was honest with her, but it hurts.
You'd rather be hurt in that situation and then you could do something about it? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I feel like I could probably try to do something about it. To be honest with you, that would not motivate me though.
Right.
It would not motivate me to go and work out or
I just saw a
whatever.
comment by Tavarius Adams and by Kim that was very similar. Tavarius says, look, we should start working out. Hint, hint.
Okay.
And Kim said the exact same thing.
Okay.
She said, what if you said basically, well, by the way, how do I get into this to show the rest of the comments?
You got to press it. Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
Let me see.
Just scroll.
No, it ain't scrolling.
You see the old ones?
Oh, my goodness, man.
It's messing us up, man.
All right, there's got to be a way to actually click on this thing for real. Basically,
right.
that's
Why
the
would
way.
I do
I
that?
don't mind doing it if I do this.
Okay.
And then
There you
here's
go.
all the comments right here. But
All right, now you can scroll.
okay, now I can scroll. And where's Kim's? Right here.
There she's
Hint, like, hey babe, let's work out together.
Okay, I thought
Now
about that.
hold on. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
If you agree with Kim and Tavares right now, if you're on Facebook right now, hit the love or like button right now. Okay. In fact, you can just hit their comment or if you want to. But I want to see reactions. Okay.
Yes.
I want to know right
Let's
now.
see some
I'm looking at the actual
reactions.
reaction. I can see them now because
Yes.
we're doing it this way.
Okay.
If you like the idea, if you think that's a positive hint that might work for you, and you may like that better than the idea of your husband just coming out straight and just saying, yo, you gained some weight. I'm not really. You know what I'm saying?
think that is a good first step.
Okay.
That would be a good
Look
way.
Look at all the likes and there's a bunch.
Wonderful.
You know what I'm saying? So people
Okay.
are saying, okay, now on YouTube, if you're here, you may have to just hit something in the comments. I don't think they have reactions on YouTube like that, but you may have to just say in the comments right now, yes, definitely, just show some affirmative right now that if that would work for you, that would be what you'd rather do.
Yes, to a certain extent, though, for me. I'm talking
Now, hold on. I don't care what they're saying right now when I ask you. If you're telling me a hit wouldn't work, do you be honest and just tell me that?
I'm saying if you were to say, hey, I think we should start working out, I'm going to feel like, is he saying that because he thinks that I need to lose weight? Which then I'm going to be thinking all other kind of stuff. Like, does he think I'm attractive? Does he think, that's going to put some things in my mind,
Yes.
especially if you did not, if we always worked out together, that's different.
Right.
But if this
All of a
is something
sudden,
that
out
all
the
of a
blue.
sudden you're like, I think we should start working out together, then I'm going to question that.
And
Not
so
saying that I wouldn't do
You're
it.
definitely like that, babe. April is the type of person that if she can sort of sense things. And so if you don't come out and just tell her, then she's going to be left to thinking
exactly.
a million
all
different
the stuff
things.
that I'm thinking.
Right. And it could be worse.
So that's not going to work for me.
Right.
That's not going to work for me.
You would rather
I would rather you just tell me, because I would hate to find out later.
Right.
Okay, let's say you ask me to work out, right? And then I don't.
Right.
Okay. And I find out later because you end up having to tell me, it's going to be worse knowing that all that time you were thinking that and didn't let me know.
Okay, here's another hint.
You know what I'm saying?
Paul just said, babe, let's go on a diet.
That's the same thing. I mean, I get it. That's the same thing, though. It is, you're not sexy anymore.
You're not attractive anymore.
You're fat.
So your point is, you'd rather me just
like
say it. Just say it. Don't beat around the bush.
Now,
don't act like.
now, this is the thing. She said that her man said to her, I'm not attracted to you anymore. That's
No. He said not as attracted.
not as attractive.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Like
as
I used to be. I think if there's a different way that could be said to say I'm not as attracted to you as I used to be, I feel like that's like a stab in the gut. Man.
Okay.
That hurts.
Yes.
So I don't know if there could be a way you could say it that is not so damaging to the
So then you have the same basic reaction I'm having in a way, because my immediate reaction when I read the question was, oh my goodness, he told his wife that? You see what I'm saying? And now okay, well, first of all, this is the problem with this question for me. Clearly I don't have this problem, as you can see. I mean, if you have eyes,
Stop,
you
John.
know. What?
Just go on.
Okay, sorry. So I have never not been attracted to my wife, and my wife has been a lot bigger than she is now and a lot smaller. You know, there was a time when we had that car accident when we were young, and she lost a bunch of weight, and she was like super duper skinny. And then there was a time when she had Julia as our second child. She was much larger than she is right now. And I just,
the only weight I lost was the 6 pounds that the baby was.
whatever she was born, and that was it. That's all you lost.
That was it.
But even in that situation, I've never been in a circumstance where I wasn't attracted to you physically, and so it may be harder. Now, the reality though is, I think there's a possibility that I could have not been attracted to you based on the fact that your body changed. Mm-hmm. But I think, which we'll get into later, when we're gonna share some ideas about ways in which you might be able to get your attraction back, and I think the reason why I never lost mine is one of the reasons why one of the things that will help you get your attraction back, I think.
Okay.
But anyway, that's for later on.
Okay.
Let's stop and look at some of the comments, because there's a lot of them that are here. Gabe says he's back. He finally has a free Wednesday night. I know he be on board meetings like all the time.
What up,
good
Gabe?
Good to have you back, Gabe. Glad you're here, man. Sherry Legal says that is deep. Okay, I agree. This is a very deep question. Let me put it back up again while we're doing this so that people can see. Just in case you're getting on late, you can catch up. You can see what the question actually is. Here's the topic for tonight. And if you're just getting on, you can share this with somebody. You can, I don't know, do a watch party, whatever you want to do. And make sure if you're liking these things, you use the reactions on either
we want
Facebook
to see your
or
reactions.
yeah, we'd love to
your
see
reactions.
your love and likes and stuff like that throughout this. That'll give me an indication beforehand whether or not I'm winning, because at the end we have to do Team John and Team April. Anyway, Ambry says it depends on if you like indirect or direct communication. I agree.
That's true.
So
That's
clearly
true. That is true.
you like
I
direct communication. But you just like it to not be abrasive when it's direct. You like direct, but you don't want it to be abrasive.
Exactly.
That's right, right?
Right.
Why are you stopping though? What else you want to say?
Well, if it has to be, it has to be. I just need to know the truth. I can't have it where I'm getting somebody being fake with me. I just don't like that. I don't like later finding out you were not being real that whole time. Like, that's just not cool for me. Some people can live in that kind of world. I can't.
Yeah.
So I need you to just tell me, right. Primo, we see you.
And Primo said, can y'all see this comment? Primo, we can see them. We figured out how to get these up. But the problem is we don't have them on the actual screen tonight.
That's okay.
But we still know you're here. By the way, Primo, I think you were late tonight. Oh, no. It was just that we couldn't see his comments early on. That's what it was. Mm-hmm. So I was going to say Primo's on detention or something. But anyway, Madeline says, hey, Madeline, lay down gently. Say, babe, let's go walking or to the gym. So Madeline clearly likes a little something less direct. She doesn't want to hear, I'm not attracted to you right now.
Right. Well, I feel like, again, I need total, complete honesty,
Even if it hurts.
It's almost like passive aggressive. You
think that not being direct feels passive aggressive for you.
Let's go work out. Why?
Right.
You know,
Why you saying that? Why are you bringing that up?
Right. You know, you know, what is that for? What's the reason? You know, so
Just
that's
say
just say it. Yeah. But again, I don't want to get my feelings hurt, but
Right.
I'm willing to get my feelings hurt to get the truth.
Well, look
Let's
what
just say
Almost
that.
says. Almost says, honesty sometimes hurts, but it's important and should be spoken in love. So
I
clearly,
agree.
clearly
If it's
she's a direct person.
If it's spoken in love, you need to tell me.
And then
okay?
she said, is his intention to destroy or help? So I guess for her, if she can detect that her man is saying this to her in a way to help her, even if it hurts her feelings, maybe she can still hear that.
Right. All right,
Which is
let's
cool.
go a little deeper now.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this a little deeper. Let's see. We got some comments over here too. I
You want
just
to see
realized
those?
we got
Here.
these.
Oh,
two.
yeah. Look at
Okay.
yeah, we got to make sure we give love to them YouTube folks.
Chaplain said, "I don't like working out."
Okay.
So I'm saying, think about that. You
Right,
know,
yeah.
You know, the person doesn't like working out, and you
Right.
over here suggesting that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Tavares says it's a setup. I was asked before, "How do I look in this dress?" I would always say amazing, even if I think she was overweight.
Oh, my goodness. So you feel like
You
that's
know?
a setup question. I feel you. Every so often that happens.
that
and
is a setup
I know what you're
sometimes.
saying. Some people are agreeing, thumbs up. They're giving their smiley face. And I think that's to the earlier question where we said, would you be okay with something less direct? Something
Yes.
where the person kind of
And
just.
S. Thomas says she agrees with me that she would respond the same way.
Okay.
You know, wanting the truth.
Yeah.
Wanting the truth. So I'm gonna take this a little deeper. I said that. So we're talking about here a woman whose husband says he's not attracted to her anymore because she gained weight. All right, let's go a little deeper. What if there are times when relationships begin to have issues in them, right?
Right.
And because they're not dealt with, you can begin to lose attraction for that person because of whatever issues that you have going on, right?
Okay. Yes.
You've lost respect for them, and you even look at them with your lip up like, ugh. They're not even cute no more.
Right.
I mean, think about it. When I was in college,
Yes.
there were some guys, all the girls raving over, and we all thought they were cute when we first got on campus. And then after a while, you get to know these people, and then you're like, he ain't that cute no more.
Right.
Now he acts a certain way, and automatically, like right away, he's not attractive anymore to you.
I feel like you are describing right now a basic difference between most men and women. Now, remember, every time we talk about this, we like to say this is sort of a overarching thing, by and large. Not every man fits in this, not every woman fits in this.
Right.
But I feel personally that because men are more visual, a man can say that a woman is attractive, find out that she stank, and still think she's attractive. Where I think a
Wow.
woman, like just me and you, I feel
Okay.
like you, there could be a guy that's literally, okay, I can think of somebody right now, an actor. I can think of an actor right now who you used to think was fine.
I
and
used
then,
to think he was so fine.
because of the way he was in every movie.
And then I saw him in an interview.
You watched him on The Tonight Show. And the way he saw, you were like, ugh. And that was it. You didn't even think he looked good no more.
know.
And I mean, he is actually a handsome man. His features didn't change. His
But-
skin was still just as clear.
But I will
You know
say
what I'm
this.
saying?
No, but when he acts in certain roles,
He still looks attractive.
he looks attractive again because he's acting
that way.
different.
But so,
Right,
okay, again,
right.
that's my point. You're underscoring my point. My
Okay.
point is, I think men, by and large, and men, I need you to respond to me in this. Okay, men, do
It's
you
true.
agree? Are you the type?
Every-
Go ahead and use your reactions in the comments right now. Are you the type that if you find out a woman is mean or something like that,
Or stank.
does she become ugly physically to you? Is it possible for you to separate those two things and say, you know what, she's mean, but that girl fine? Is it possible to do that? Let me know in the comments whether or not you agree with that or not, or just use your reaction.
And ladies too, because like with guys, you're right. If a guy acts a certain way that you don't like, or he thinks he's all that or whatever, he's not attractive to me anymore.
Right.
He's not. I mean, and I could, and so I won't say he's cute to me. I'll say I can see how other girls think he's cute,
Right,
but
right.
I can't
yeah.
even say he's cute. Like I can't even say it. Like I'll just be like, I can see how other girls are attracted to him,
Yeah.
but I am not.
Look,
like let's
look.
make that clear.
Look at Powell talking about, I'm with you, John. If she fine, we might can deal with a little attitude. See what I'm talking about? There are guys that are literally putting
my
up with
goodness.
attitude right now because they woman so fine. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now let's go back to
Okay, go ahead.
what I'm saying.
Well, okay, but what
What
I'm
I'm
saying
saying
is,
is,
can
yes,
you acknowledge there's
I
a difference?
acknowledge that
Okay.
is so true,
Yes.
so true. And I'm saying that can happen in a marriage. It can happen in a marriage where a man is, did something or treats her a certain way, is not caring and loving towards her, and over time, he's not cute no more. And so when he comes in the room, she's not like, ooh. She's actually got her lip turned up because of the way he treats her. And so what do you do in that situation? How do you continue in that marriage? Because what happens is it begins to erode, right? The relationship. So intimacy goes down. All right. Even wanting to be with that person in that kind of way.
You mean like be with them as like a friend or whatever?
Yeah. You know, if you're not attracted to them anymore, you're not going to really want to spend much time with them. That's just how I feel. Yeah. Because you kind of have to fake through that. So
that kind of impacts the rest of the relationship. So I would say first and foremost then, if we are giving information to or advice to a woman that comes to us saying this is how she's dealing with whatever situation that's going on, I would say we would give different advice to her than we might give to her husband who's coming with the same problem. Because I think
that's true.
I think the answer to the husband, let's answer this girl's question right now on the surface. I would say to this young lady who wrote this question, I think you're going to have to pay more attention to your appearance. I'm not saying you have to drop 30 pounds tomorrow, but you may want to do more to think about how you look because your husband is probably visual. And you want to make sure that you're doing something to keep him attracted to you in that visual way.
Yeah, and it's hard for me to say that because women's bodies go through a lot, especially with having kids and all that kind of stuff. But I agree that would be my advice as well. Like, find that motivation because that might not be, it might not be a motivation. Right. Well, it wouldn't be for me. Like, if you told me I need to lose weight, I'd be like... Right.
But see, I wouldn't say it like that to you.
I know. So it may, if it's done in love, then it may be a motivation for some people. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. But and maybe for me, but I'm saying, I think you're right. When you're talking about making sure your body looks good and you want to stay attractive to your partner, I think that's the person you should do it for.
Correct.
If you're going to do it for somebody, forget the people out there who say whatever about you. It's about this right here.
But here's what I want to ask you though. Do you feel that there's less motivation for some wives to do that for their husbands because they're already married? Like, we're in this relationship. He promised to stay with me. Does that make some people say, I'm not as motivated to stay attractive for him because
you got him. That's what you're saying.
I already got him. Is that a way that women think? I don't know.
I don't think that way. Okay. I don't think, that's what people say. Oh, you married, now you done just let yourself go. I really don't think people are thinking that. I think there's a comfort level that comes with marriage, but I also think that life, guys. I mean, you working, you got kids, you know what happens. But see, this is what makes me mad. I'm gonna tell you what makes me mad. What makes me really upset, and I need you guys to react to this, ladies, because I know you're gonna agree with me here. What really makes me upset is when a man will say, I really need you to be looking good. You need to lose weight and da-da-da-da. And they big. And they need to lose weight. And they got to look, they're not fit. They're not healthy. And you going to be telling me I don't like that.
Babe.
That is not right.
That's beside the point.
No, that is not right.
I agree. You're right. I definitely feel like if...
And that happens often.
Does it? How do you know?
Because we've had people come to us. And the people who come to us, I say to myself, I don't say this out loud, but I say to myself, wow, did he really say that? Now, why would he be telling her? And look at the reactions. People are agreeing with that. Exactly. How are you going to be telling me? That's not right.
I agree. So husbands... You got to figure out a way to tread softly because...
No, if you need to look like you want to see. Okay, so if you want your woman looking good and fit and all that, you need to be looking fit. You need to be the example.
Now is that a way? So I wonder if that would work with some wives. I wonder if it's possible that if I as a husband begin to model a particular thing, will my wife just catch on to it possibly?
Okay, well, let's talk about us.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, because, I did my little, I changed and did some vegan stuff and went into raw and all this stuff. And you were like, oh, I like what's happening here.
Let me tell them what happened. So first of all, let me tell you what happened. First of all, what's crazy is April started doing this new eating plan thing. And at first I was kind of like, that sounds like a lot. I'm not really trying to do that. And then after like a week, that woman lost like 5 pounds and started looking like I didn't want to keep my hands off her. I said, man, I need to look like that for her too. And not immediately. You went like 3 weeks before I jumped on.
No, I went a month and a half.
But when did I join?
After my month and a half.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. The point is, when I saw those results, I was like, man, I got to get some of that. I mean, I need to do the same thing is what I meant. I also said I got to get some of that. But anyway, my point is, but that's reverse. That's you influencing me. I'm saying in this particular situation, I wonder if it would work the other way. Do you think the wife would actually catch on to that?
If you did that and you was looking slim and stuff, I would be like, oh man,
right.
I
can't let myself get. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm over here with him and he's looking all good and I'm, I think that would help.
So that could be a way then that the husband could communicate to his wife without saying anything. And it might be even more impactful. He getting his whole life right.
Exactly. Because I just feel like when you are requiring, okay, because I feel like really, like you're requiring for this person to look a certain way or be a certain way. Okay, I'm gonna go down the list. This is more than just losing weight. It could be being more caring or fulfilling somebody's love language or whatever. You're requiring all these things, but you're unwilling to do it.
Right. That's a problem.
That's a problem.
That's a real problem.
You want this person to be more patient or you want this person to be, more acts of service, do more for you, but then you don't want to get up and do nothing.
That's crazy.
I'm
You're
just saying. I think that's,
We need to go to some of these comments because they're coming in
I know
strong,
they
man.
are.
I'm seeing so many reactions too. Okay, so the first thing is, all right, let's look at some of these ladies are responding to our question about, okay, so first of all, Primo said, absolutely true, John. Men's physical desire overrides her idiosyncrasies. That's often true.
Yes.
We'll look past stuff sometimes if the woman's fine enough. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my goodness.
And it's funny because I look past a lot of your stuff, all the time because of how good you look.
Wow.
Just kidding. There's really not much I'm looking for.
We need to talk after this
You're
show.
right. You're right.
Can't be
Okay, Kim says, pretty much.
Pretty is as pretty does. I agree with April. Yes.
Well, she should. You grew up in the same house.
My
Saba says,
sister.
I'm separate. I am separate, the two, and I am a woman. Oh, she separates the two. And she's a woman.
Okay.
So she's saying she can see a guy being attractive and the way he acts is not.
I can't do that. I cannot do that.
Akua says he agrees with you.
Okay.
Personality is key for me, Joycelyn says.
Okay, Joycelyn.
Ambry says the sexes definitely differ on this.
Yes,
I agree.
They do.
And then Madeline asked, what if we reverse the question, love is blind? So I don't know if she's asking if we reverse the question from the lady and make it that the guy is the one that isn't attractive anymore, or does she mean specifically this whole thing with whether or not you can separate the two or whatever? It came around the same time, so I don't really know.
Yeah.
What about some of the YouTube people? What are they saying over there, babe?
Okay. Let's see here.
S. Thomas, I agree with April.
Yeah, we talked. We did that one already.
Oh, we did.
Ginger. Hey, Ginger. Luby.
Yeah.
The words would always be remembered. If the problem was resolved, she would never forget this feeling. Oh, his feelings. That is so true. So that's a good point.
So I guess for Ginger, then, she doesn't want something that direct that says, I am losing my attraction for you, because she's saying even if she got herself together, she would still never forget that he said that. So I guess that's
and you
her.
know what? I feel like I wouldn't forget it either. That's true.
But would it affect you and impact you in a way that would make you upset with me because I told you that?
No, I think that if I began to look the way that you needed me to look or whatever,
right.
and it changed the way that you treated me or acted towards me, I might see it as I might forget about that because I like this response. You know what I'm saying? I like what happened from
the fact that I'm now can't keep my hands off you, always looking at you.
That might make me forget.
That might make you forget at least a little bit.
A little bit about
you might dream about it still though.
Right.
Okay, so Tavera said it's a setup. Oh, he said that already.
Yes,
okay, I'm with John. Clamore Gordon said, if people are emotionally disconnected, this can be a point of contention. If both spouses understand how each other best receives information and the response is delivered in love, the impact would be different. I feel you, and I agree with that. I'm saying if we're talking about a healthy relationship where you already have good communication and things like that, that I think that the husband probably was in tune with his wife in this case, because it seemed like maybe he knew that this would get through to her. But knowing how to respond to your spouse is a big part of this, obviously, and knowing what best way to get through to them.
I need you to go to Jared's response. I want to see what he said. Nah, you could be fine as
all get out.
But if you have a stank attitude, I'm immediately unattracted.
Okay, so
Jared is saying.
So this is not split down the middle, guys and girls.
I guess not.
Yeah, because we've had a number of women say, I can I can deal with a stank guy if he's fine. And a number of men that are saying, nah, it jacks me up.
Right.
Elaine says being stank is unattractive. Okay, she got that too. Gabe says in difficult parts of a relationship, she may still be fine, but that doesn't mean the man wants to get physical with her at that moment. That's a good point too.
That is a good point.
That's a good point.
That is a good point.
Yeah, so her fineness doesn't override everything.
So let me ask you.
Go ahead.
Okay. Has there ever been a time when I'm stank with you, or you didn't like the way that I spoke to you or whatever, and you still wanted to, or you would be ready if just because you think I look good?
I mean, you are fine though. That's kind of a hard question. So I would say there are certain things that you could do, which you've done, that have made it so that it changes the mood. And we'd have to fix that first before we could go to the bedroom. But there are other things that I will look past and have looked past because that doesn't change anything.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think it
just depends on what it is.
And I think it depends because I feel like in marriage, like for me, I've been upset at you, but you still fine as wine, sweet as sugar, juicy as a steak. Okay, so I still be like, cut me some. All right, so.
And if anybody remembers that reference, put it in the chat right now.
Yes,
Do you know what that's from?
If you know what that's from, I know Kim knows what that's from. It would have to be that a negative thing within our relationship is a consistent thing that is happening over years. Okay. That would then make me lose attraction for you. Yeah. I think it would have to be.
You think it would take a long time to lose
I think that kind of stuff is years of that, and it begins to erode the relationship. Yeah. And then that's it. It's hard to get that attraction. The person begins to look hideous to you, or when they come in the room, you screw up your face. Right. I'm telling you, that happens. Okay. That's along with contempt. That's like contempt. When you get to that point of contempt, you might not be attracted to your partner anymore.
Right. Right.
How do you come out of that? How do you All right, we can go back to the comments.
Okay, so Horace, we have to be able to get along. Gabe, you fine, but you crazy. Chris Tucker, Rush Hour 2.
Exactly.
Jared to Paul, I was legit typing this. I would cuss, but we on live. Okay, right. Madeline said, yes, they get comfortable. Some do.
Yes, some do.
Ain't that the truth? Lots of things make April mad. That's true. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that, Primo? A lot of stuff makes April mad. You know what I'm saying?
Primo.
She be like, I'm just saying, let's be honest though. The stuff that makes her mad
are legit.
Yeah, they are kind of legit.
They are legit. I'm sorry.
Like she gets, honestly,
okay, you just need to be nice.
No, everything April gets mad about is in a particular category of things. April really hates it when a person is acting one way to somebody and then they are doing the exact same thing. That bothers her to no end. Oh my goodness. And then she hates it when people are just mean to people for no reason and stuff like that.
Why are you mean?
Yeah, she has a real problem with that. Elaine talking about preach April.
Yeah, Elaine. That's my girl.
Okay, Aunt Mo. Isn't it sad that so many women don't think enough about themselves to take care of their weight and health and grooming? It shouldn't be. Fat men are horrible. I'm leaving you if you get fat, period. Is that wrong? See, honestly though, I do think there could be more to this that is less than superficial. He's talking right now specifically only about the fact that he's no longer as attracted to her. Mm-hmm. But what if he's really genuinely worried about her health or worried about her ability? You don't think so?
Nope. Nope. He don't care nothing about that health, honey child. She could be eating burgers and fries every day. If she looking good, he is going to be all right. So I hate to say that, but it's the truth. Now, I think women, and you guys, again, react to this. I think that women are more on the side of, I'm worried about my husband's health.
You think women are like that?
Yeah, I don't hear often men seeing their woman, maybe bigger and saying, I'm worried about her health, unless she ends up in the hospital with, some kind of issues. Right. Then I'm worried about her health. Right. But men don't look at women's bodies and say, I'm worried about her health. Right. Women do. Men don't do that.
They're like, man, how am I supposed to do anything with that?
That's what I'm saying.
Saba said, be the priest of fitness too.
Exactly, Saba.
Leading in that way.
That's what I'm saying. If you want her to look good, you need to lead in that.
So Mike Knox is here. What's up, Mike? Mike says,
Mike?
Looks are not everything. We are not going to look like that forever. Love is not just an attraction. It's a commitment for better or for worse. And this is what I want to get to.
I'm so glad you said that, Mike. You are leading us. You transitioned us. Okay, this is great because I do not agree with that.
You don't agree with what?
I do not agree with that statement that looks are not everything.
You agree with that statement? You just mean you don't agree with the sentiment of the statement.
Yes, the sentiment.
The sentiment is like,
I do
oh,
agree
looks are
with
no
that.
big deal.
I do agree.
You
with
don't
that.
agree. You agree that looks are not
everything,
everything, but they are something.
No, they are a lot.
Okay.
Okay, Mike. I'm sorry. It's almost top. Let me tell you. Let me tell you why.
But hold on. You have to deal with the other part of what he said because it's
Yes,
important. He
it's
says
not
you're
always
not
gonna
going to look like that forever.
It's not. But I think that once you let me just say this. Once you had that attraction from the beginning.
Yes.
Right. And that is what connected you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you get to know the person. You realize the face matches the personality,
Yes.
and you just he's even more attractive.
Yes.
Whatever. I believe that no matter what happens after that with age and anything can happen. You get sick and something happens and you look different. I think because of how it started, because of the love and the attraction that you had, I think that stays intact because it was true. You understand what I'm saying?
So your attraction could have been to a person's physical features, and even though those features change, you're saying, I can maintain my attraction to you down through the years, even though you look different, because the original attraction I had was not merely superficial.
Exactly.
And that as we go
I guess
on
I'm
in the
agreeing with
relationship-
Mike. I
Yeah,
guess I'm
right.
agreeing with Mike.
And as you go on in the relationship, you end up really wrapping your physical attraction up into all kinds of other things, all the experiences that you've had together.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
All the love that you have for each other, the stuff you've gone through together and
Yes,
gotten through
that
together.
makes the attraction grow.
It makes it stronger.
Okay. So what I'm saying is the reason why I say attraction needs to be at the top, one of the top 5 things that you look for, is because what am I about to say, man? I lost my thought. It sounded so good, like it was going to be so good,
that's why
right?
live is so great, man.
Yeah. No, attraction is very important because, through the years, like I feel like, if something does go awry or whatever, and you never even, physically, you got to wake up to that person every day. I feel like over time, if that person already wasn't that attractive to you, right? And over time, we don't look better over time.
Okay.
I think that actually over time could cause issues in the bedroom.
Yeah.
It could cause issues in, with the intimacy in the relationship. I do. I really believe that. I believe that if you are not attracted to your spouse, eventually something's going to happen.
What you're really saying to people, especially...
I'm talking about physically attracted to your spouse.
You're probably talking to singles right now.
I even want to say, yes,
viewers.
our single viewers. I love our single viewers.
Yeah, we have a lot
they
of
are
them.
strong with us, supportive. I do believe that needs to be at the top of your list.
You need to be thinking about
You
that
need to be
and not
thinking
thinking
about
that's
that.
just superficial.
It's not superficial.
Like I shouldn't be
You
looking for
have
that
to turn over and wake up and look at this person every day.
every day.
And I'm saying after that you are out of the clouds,
Right.
okay?
Right.
After you're out of the clouds, you're gonna see this person for real.
Yeah, and you'll be like, why did I marry this unattractive?
But see, let me get serious for real. Seriously, when you marry someone, right? As you're with this person, and you don't think they're attractive, I believe that it would be very hard for you to say to that person and let them know that they look good. Like if you're not really physically attracted to them, right? I feel like you would not be honestly saying, man, you are so fine, or you the best looking man in the world, or whatever you want to say, right? And then eventually you're not able to say that because you really don't feel that way. So you show him love in other ways. You show him that you're attracted to his personality or who he is in other ways. But he wants you to show that you are physically attracted to him. I feel like that one woman that ends up showing that physical attraction might do something to him. I'm just saying.
So then what does a person do? I mean, if I'm not attracted to you anymore and the basis of my attraction is something you can't change, then are we just stuck? Because what if you have
Well, what
some
I'm
sort
saying
of
is you need to be attracted to him in the first place.
start off by being attracted, and you think that
I think that
the
can
fact
come
that
back.
the fact that you are genuinely attracted to the person up front means that over the years, when things change, that attraction can stay because it was bolstered by other things that help you to still be attracted to that person, even if they look different.
That's what I think.
I think so too. Now, what happens if you haven't been together that long? And you know what I'm saying? There's not enough time to actually have all that
And
stuff. Then
actually, that is what the case is with this couple. They
they haven't been married that long.
It wasn't like 20 years or whatever. It
Right,
wasn't that long.
right.
But I think that what happened was I get, she gained weight. I think that's something you can fix.
Mm-hmm.
You lose your weight, look like you did when you first got together, and maybe that can fix the issues.
Maybe. I don't know if it's that simple. But anyway, let's take a few more comments because they're still rolling in. Anna Maria says, yes, he also started getting fit, and that was super motivating to me too.
Okay.
Oh, so she's talking about, I guess, her beau in this situation.
Okay.
Brian did lose a lot of weight,
He
though.
did.
Anna, both of them look great.
Yeah.
All right, Elaine, motivating each other. Paul, incredible. Anna Maria again, yes, I would never have forgotten that feeling. My thinner body perhaps wouldn't have felt as much for him once I reached my goal.
Ooh. Okay, but again,
so Anna doesn't want that direct communication then. She would like something else, and apparently she was able to get it from her husband. That's good.
What up, Nina?
Another single. They can be so fine, but yet act very ugly, and it makes them look ugly no matter how cute they are.
Exactly.
Goes both ways with male and female. By the way, I saw Paula say over there, attitude can make you ugly.
It can. Pretty is pretty does.
Okay, so hold on. Primo said John answered the question. But by and large, yes, he will partake. Yeah, right. Yes. Yes. You're right, Primo. I never really, because that's basically what April said. She said, "Is there anything she could do to basically make it so that I wouldn't want her?" And the answer is, if you're trying to give it to me, there's very few things on my list that are gonna make me be like, "Nah, Bray, not tonight." You know what I'm saying? You would have to really do something bad. So by and large, yes, I will partake. Okay.
April is just realist. I am a realist.
She's
Madeline.
a realist.
I am.
And Gabe says April has a high standard for justice.
I do, Gabe.
That is true. No, look what Gabe said. How to stay attractive: age gracefully, be kind, keep it interesting. That is good.
It is good. That is good.
Because being attractive sounds like on both sides. Because we had Jared, we had Nina, we had people
Kim.
on both sides, but people on both sides are saying the same thing, that it's possible to be attractive even if you're not the best looking person in the world because of other things. You're nice to people, you're pleasant, you smile, you like to laugh.
There are guys that I did not think looked good when I first met them, like I said, like in college or whatever. And when I got to know them, they were so cute to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do believe that the way you act definitely can change the way that you look.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I do believe that it is important that attraction that physical attraction is there initially.
I put that question back up for those who just came on, by the way, because a few just joined again.
Okay.
But yeah.
I do believe that's important. So if you are, like we said, singles, you out there dating, I think that needs to be on your list.
So
that they look good. I mean,
my father actually taught me this years ago. He actually said something to me that I never considered. He said just what you said, almost the exact same words, that it's not superficial to want to be physically attracted to your wife. He said, you're going to be married to this person. And then he said, you're going to have to wake up to this person every day. That's what he said. That changed my mind because in that moment, I was trying to be a better person. And up until then, I had only tried to date girls because of how they looked. And I said, well, in order to be a better person, maybe now I should not care about that. And Dad was like, nah, just add the other stuff that's not as superficial. well, just add the other stuff to it as well, that you want a person that's godly, a person who loves you, a person that is smart, and all those kinds of things. But having on your list that she's attractive is not a bad thing. He's saying that should be on there. You shouldn't feel guilty about that.
Exactly.
And that was helpful to me. So anyway, I hope that helps some of y'all. Okay, so we have a lot of longer comments that I think I want to read. Read Emily. She says she's fashionably late.
Okay, Emily. So
she says, I want to say this right here.
Been discussed. I want to say this. Men can do and say a lot about physical changes in a woman due to pregnancies or time. Also, let's have the conversation about that high top fade you had when we met, sir.
Okay, so that's a good point because I think there are things that men might be doing that are not around necessarily gaining weight. That's one of them, but it might not have to be.
Yeah.
It could be that he doesn't have any style. It could be that he's still wearing the same clothes that he wore in the 90s. It could be he has the same old haircut. It could be that he has a bald spot and he should just let it go, but he won't do it.
He won't give up the ghost.
He won't give up the ghost. So there are ways on both sides that I think we pick on women with weight because of childbearing, but there are things on men's side that they can do as well to keep their physical appearance that they stay attractive.
But Emily, you are speaking exactly what I just said. You are right, because I feel like it's like men seem to turn to women and say, you need to lose weight or, whatever. And men aren't doing anything. They're saying it, but they're not doing anything to. And I think it's because, like you said earlier, women are a little bit more. We accept those things.
I think women are okay with more than just how a person looks. I think they put a lot more things into that equation.
And the way that he acts
and
treats them.
Yes, how he treats them, how he acts.
That is what
if
makes a woman attracted to a man more so.
Yes, if he's funny, if he's smart. Women are attracted to his intelligence. They're attracted to his strength. Maybe he's a strong-willed person, or
he's
someone
a man. He's a real man.
Yeah, someone's not scared. He'll go at people and stand up for her and things like that.
Right.
All that stuff can be very attractive to a woman and make him look fine, even though his facial features might not be perfect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Anyway, nobody has perfect facial features, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Nina, I feel as though if you married someone because you love them and are attracted to them, then their
weight shouldn't really play a huge part in their attraction. It's
okay.
like it's like, are you attracted to my body or my personality? Being fat or skinny, they are still the same person. And that is very true. That is very true.
But I do think that sounds like a person for whom looks are not first on their list.
Well, yeah.
I think if you're talking about a person that's visual, it's going to be harder for them to make a statement as
not
clearly
necessarily. Well, I'm saying you liked me when I was
You're right.
on this end and when I was on this end. I have never felt from you.
What was your biggest dress size?
Why are you asking that?
I think the people want to know that.
I'm not answering
What's
that.
your dress size now?
I'm not answering that. I'm not answering that. Why are you asking that question?
I want to know, do you think I just basically committed suicide by asking April that question on here? React to that right now.
My point is, I call John Niles. If y'all ever watch Frasier, his brother Niles loved Daphne when she was eating all and she was really pregnant in real life. But they were acting like she was, gaining weight or whatever. And he was talking about how beautiful she is. I mean, he's like, oh man, you look so good. And everybody was looking at her like, oh man, look at her now. Like she looks different. And it didn't matter. So I called John Niles because he loved me no matter. And I think, Nina, that's how it should be. I truly believe that life, again, you're not going to stay looking the same. And if you have to worry about that your entire relationship, that's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
I can't have kids and gain a bunch of weight. I mean, that's what's going to happen.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to be ready for me to have all the dress sizes, honey. All of them.
Okay, so Primo says, both men and women should do their best to remain healthy and look nice. Both men and women must learn, hopefully early, that as people mature, they physically change. Childbirth takes a toll on women. However, those changes are badges of honor.
True.
Salute the mother of your children with realistic expectations. Yo, man, you should have your own show, Primo. That was literally excellent, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a great way to put it.
Absolutely.
Great way to put it.
And I agree with it wholeheartedly.
Okay. Niles.
but look, Emily's saying bad move.
We will miss you.
All right, so before we
I love
go,
Niles too.
Yeah, I do too. There's a couple over here that I think you want to read.
Okay,
Clamore, Gordon, and I think Clamore did it twice. I think.
Okay, I think Tavares said something too. Let's
see.
he
did. Yeah. He said that's why people cheat sometimes. That's what Tavares says.
If you are not attracted to them and someone comes along that you are, that's what I'm saying. And guys, this studies show this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Studies show this that attraction is important.
Yes.
And I'm saying there could be a situation, which we've seen before. Okay, we talk with a lot of couples, and we've seen this before where we could see that there was not much attraction there for the gentleman.
Right.
Okay,
right.
It was not stated. He was never, it was always maybe his brains that was, that was the thing.
That the wife wasn't attracted to him for his looks.
She was attracted to his brain.
Yes.
Okay, which is okay too.
Yeah, right.
But if he needs her to say or to show that she feels he looks good, then, and she doesn't, another woman could come along and do that.
Right.
And then he's like, oh man, this is exactly what I've been needing.
Yeah.
Somebody to think I look good. And men aren't going to come out and just say, hey, I want you, do I look good?
Right.
And that's kind of, they might feel like a girl doing that.
Right.
Okay, let me go back to Tavares. All right, so we agree with you.
Clamore
Even though you love your spouse, you may not like them. We have to like them for the attraction to be meaningful. That could make the difference.
That's interesting. So that's the thing about April that I think well, that's not really it. I think you have an unfair advantage with this kind of stuff. You just look good at any size. I don't think I'm Niles. I think it's you have very good genes. They didn't even see that. Anyway, but I will say I have always liked you, and I've always felt like we're friends So even though I was attracted to you from day one, I've always liked you as a person. I feel like we have a good friendship. And I definitely feel like that goes a long way.
It does.
Because there's no question, when you were pregnant with Julia, you did not look the same way you did when we dated in 1998, right? But even though there was a difference there, I didn't see you as unattractive ever. And that might have been the difference. It could have been
it's the
that the entire
effect.
time we were having so much fun together, eating burgers and stuff like that while you were pregnant.
It's the Niles effect.
I'm saying Niles seemed like he was more like delusional or something.
And that's what I'm saying. I like that. I think that's
you
how you should be. Yes.
I'm delusional in my...
And your love for me. And that's how it should be, that, your eyes aren't even able to see the way.
I feel like I saw you for who you actually were at the time, but you still look good. And I think it's because I liked you.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
I think
Kamora's onto something is the point.
I totally agree. I think friendship and liking each other go far, because what did I say earlier? I said, when you get, let's say that something has eroded your relationship and over time, this thing hasn't gone away and it's caused contempt.
Mm-hmm.
If there's no like there, even if you thought that person was attractive, it could cause you to look at that person in a different way, because now there's contempt.
It's true.
And now you don't like them anymore.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes along with what me and some of the other ladies were saying, and that is, a guy can look good, but then he acts stank, or he acts a certain way, he's mean, or he's not nice, and then he loses his attraction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
then let's give a couple of tips before we see who won tonight.
Okay, hold on.
What do you want to say?
I want to make sure we didn't miss anybody.
Yeah, well, Kamora said one more thing to Tavares. He said, I think there are more factors involved before getting to that point, but I would inquire, was anything done to restore the attraction before the decision was made to cheat? Mm-hmm, See, that's a good point.
That is a good point.
So let me say a couple things. The first thing I would say is, which we already uncovered earlier, and that is, if you are a man and you want your woman to do something about her weight or something about her physical attractiveness, maybe wear makeup or dress better or something like that, and vice versa, if you're a man and you want that for your woman, or excuse me, if you're a woman and you want that for your man, we think there are a few things you can do. The first thing is you have to know the best way that your spouse likes to be communicated with, because it's possible that coming through the front door, like we talked about before, is too direct, and you can't do that. Mm-hmm. You have to know your spouse. And we heard a bunch of people on here tonight saying some people would rather them say, hey, let's hint at, hey, why don't we do this new diet plan? Or how about we go to the gym together, or something like that. And there are other people who are on here who basically said, nah, come at me right away. That's April. Just tell me, but say it in a nice way. It says our live was interrupted, but it's back now.
Okay.
Say it in a nice way, but just be like, hey, tell me straight up so that I know what it is that I'm dealing with.
Right.
And I'm not fooling around with no, stupidity or whatever.
Exactly.
So I agree that that's one way to really do this. I think one more way is that husbands have to realize that if they don't have a like for their wife, that it might impact the way that she looks to you. And same thing for wives. Maybe you need to work on some other things in your relationship that deal with you guys liking each other as friends. And that might actually have an impact as well. Who knows?
I agree. And I think another thing is we should just automatically go into it. When we're in our relationships, we should be thinking about always trying to stay looking good for each other.
That's right.
If you think about yourself and you say, you know what, I'm going to make sure that I do my best, to try to stay fit, look good, do my hair, get my hair done, whatever it is you need to do.
Whatever you did to get him in the first place.
That attraction will stay.
Yeah.
And Madeline said earlier, she thinks people do get comfortable and let themselves go. And I don't think we should do that.
Right.
I think we can have a little personal control over the way that our spouse responds to us and our changes and things like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other good comments that just came out, but I don't know.
We might not have enough time because it's almost 10 o'clock, and now I need to know, did I win?
I win?
That's what I wanted to know.
Okay.
I gave some very poignant points tonight and some good arguments. So the question is, Team John or Team April?
I was real with y'all tonight.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. If you loved April, use the heart emoji or use the heart reaction in Facebook. And if you liked John, use the blue thumbs up.
Okay,
so
I'm the heart,
John,
he's the thumbs up.
That's right. Now, you can always say what you want in the chat. Team
Thanks,
John, Team
Saba
April.
and
Saba
Kim.
and Kim
I think I'm going to win again. I'm ahead.
Horace said an hour is not enough.
We really could go longer this time.
It's funny
Horace.
because Horace said
I'm
last
seeing a lot of
time-
hearts, babe.
I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up. I'm seeing a bunch of thumbs, man.
Nina,
Look at
Team
that.
April this week. Thank you, my niecey niece.
Yeah, this week. See, that means that Nina overall just favors Uncle John. You know what I'm saying?
Akua, Team April.
Surprise, surprise, Primo. Team John. Yeah, that's what I'm
Jay
talking
said
about.
it was like Tyson versus Jones. No one won tonight. It was a draw.
Nichelle said, my man can't be looking better than me. Team April.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yay, Elaine.
Dave Tyson versus Jones. Oh, my goodness. You talking about Roy Jones Jr.? Is that what you talking about? Oh, wait.
Oh,
maybe
my
it's talking about
goodness.
Jones. I don't. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. The point is, this is the last thing I want you to leave with tonight, and this is what we want you to do for us. If you've never been to our YouTube channel before, go and subscribe. We have already reached our subscription number that allows us to be monetized. We have like 1,200 subscriptions. That's because of you. Thank you very much for
Yes,
that.
thank you for
What we're
subscribing.
trying to do now is get to our watch hours. And watch hours, you have to have 4,000. We're close, but we're not quite there. So we need you to go back and watch stuff. In fact, go to one of our playlists. We got like 5 different playlists. We got vlogs.
Yeah.
We have our podcast. We have the Ask John and April's that we do in our bedroom.
We have kitchen tables. Where
Yeah.
we talk about. we talking
Trending topics and stuff like that.
So
Just pick a playlist and press play, and even if you walk away and just let it play all day, it'll just help our watch hours. Just do that
we
for
want to
us.
get those watch hours up.
That would allow us
and,
to get up, yeah.
If you don't really know us that well, go on our vlogs. You
Yeah,
can
you'll see
really
us a little
kind of
bit
get to
better.
know us a little bit
Yeah,
more
that's
looking
true.
at those vlogs. So we ask that you do that. And thanks so much for joining us. We really enjoyed this conversation. It went longer because it was so good.
It was, yeah. And we enjoy interacting with you guys. We're working with this, and you see there's sometimes that things go wrong. We're going to get it right next time so we can put your comments actually up on the screen.
And I just have to say this. Deidre just came on.
Deidre just
My girl
came on?
Deidre.
Oh, my goodness.
And look at that. Team April.
See, and
I
Deidre
love
didn't
you,
even
Deidre.
listen.
I
know
love
what I'm
you,
saying?
Deidre.
Deidre, you can't
That's
do
my
that
girl.
to me.
That's what I'm talking
What happened to
about.
our relationship?
Thank
know what
you,
I'm saying?
Saba. Saba just put our
Yes,
YouTube
Saba put
channel
our
there,
YouTube
so
channel
go ahead and binge.
right.
Thanks.
Yeah, binge for the next. Listen, the rest of this week, just throw on any playlist you want and just watch it for the whole day.
Or you don't even have to watch it. You could be
Turn it
cleaning
down.
up and
You know what I'm saying?
listening
Put it on
in the other
something
room.
else. Exactly. It don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Just help us with those watch hours, and thank you for that. And it is better to watch on YouTube. No, you don't have to watch on YouTube, Primo. You can watch it on Facebook. You talking about this live right now? No, that's not a problem. That doesn't bother us at all. I'm not even sure that helps our watch hours overall.
So we just want you to go to YouTube, go to
Yes,
Just
go
John and
look at some old
April,
stuff. Yeah.
press play and enjoy.
Enjoy. We'll see y'all next week. In fact, next Wednesday, guys, we got a special treat.
Yes.
Next Wednesday
Wednesday's
is
a
the
special
day
treat.
before our 20th anniversary.
Yes.
We turn 20 on Thursday of next week, December 17th, so December 16th. So we're going to try to do a special Wednesday 20th anniversary program. Not exactly sure what we're going to do yet, but we'll do something.
It'll be fun.
Well, yeah,
so join
us. Yeah, tell your people. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Well, find your kids anyway, whatever. And, see you next
All
week.
right, guys.
Love you guys.
Take care.
All right, see you.